Derek, looking back at Saturday's game against Shrewsbury Town, a competitive one, a point out of it. What did you make to that game?
Yeah, I mean, the first game of the season is always difficult. I think that when you go into it, both sides are obviously gauging each other up. Have they done enough in pre-season? Are your players looking fit enough? Have you played enough games? And the conclusion for me is that I thought that we were. I thought that we were very disciplined. I thought that our fitness levels were great because we only made one substitution in the game, and I think that the way that we went about it was positive. Shrewsbury are a good side; they'll do well this season, and for us, it was a good point in the first day.
Is it one of them things as well where in the first game of the season, if you can't win, don't lose, and obviously keeping a clean sheet as well must have been really happy for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, when you do have a home game, it is never easy. We had a lot, 5 new players starting, and when that is the case, you're playing at home in front of your home fans. There is that expectation, and I thought that they held themselves, they looked after themselves. I think that they've got their parents at the game, they've got family, and I think that over the afternoon I was really happy with the outcome.
As you just mentioned there, I think it was 6 out of your 8 new signings all came on and or started or came on, made the debuts. What did you think to their performances?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, I thought they were very good. I think that everyone that played on the day played their part. They had to play tactically in a different way at times, and I thought that they handled that situation well. And we were unfortunate probably not to go ahead in the game with Dylan Connolly having that good opportunity. Then we had one in the second half as well from a cross ball from a free kick. But over the afternoon, we've got to be happy with the point and the clean sheet, because going into the game, Shrewsbury are strong contenders this year.
One of the players that played a huge part in keeping that clean sheet we'll hear from last season was Ryan Delaney. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, I mean, collectively, I always speak collectively about players, but Ryan did really well on Saturday. I think that he was given an opportunity. He'd been away last year on loan at Scunthorpe, and he'd come back here, and he's been given another opportunity by myself, and he has grasped that. He's done really well. He's a fit boy, but he played the position really well on Saturday, and physically he looked good.
As a manager, that must please you for a player to go away, have a look at themselves, come back and take the opportunity with both hands. It just shows the character of that player.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan was one of the ones that we put on the transfer list because, one, we felt there was value in him, that possibly that we could get that back. We could have either sold some of the players that were on the transfer list, or recoup some of the money, or it was ones that thought, well, I'm going to prove a point and say that I'm going to stay here and play in League One, and he's certainly been one of the ones that have shown that he can do that.
A word on the fans, if we can, briefly. The 4,700 or so bodies in here for the first game of the season. For Morecambe on an opening day, that's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic, crowd, and as we go on, the atmosphere will always get better. I think when you're in the first day of any season, you're getting to know who the person next to you, you're getting into your groups, and they were probably nervous as well on the first day, and I think that that showed in the atmosphere in the game. But as we go on, we know that the crowds are increasing, season tickets are up to their highest level they've ever been at the football club, which is great, and we continue to add to that.
Well, that was my next question really, was I think it's 2,700 season ticket holders now for this season, building on a fantastic number that was here at the start of last year. It just shows where the football club is at this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously getting promoted into League One has enabled the football club to put in place a season ticket figure that enables the fans to come and watch League One football at a very competitive price, and I think that the club have shown great loyalty to the supporters, but vice versa, the supporters have always shown that loyalty to the football club since who are well down the divisions, and they're just giving a wee bit back to them. We understand in future years that they're going to have to increase. That's the only way that the football club's going to be able to move forward is an increase in season ticket revenue or revenue. But it's a fantastic price to come and watch, some great teams in League One.
Talking about great teams in League One, Peterborough United on Saturday, what do you make of them?
Yeah, they're a football club that has shown over the years their transfer business is excellent. They take in players that they pay money in transfer fees, but what they do is then they sell them on at a higher premium than they bought them for, and that's the model that the owner has put in place, and it's a terrific model for them. I don't know what they are now. They're 20-30 million, in profit from buying and selling players, which is not easy. And they're one of the ones in this league, if you're an up-and-coming team, that you have to look to. They've got some talented players in their side. They were 2-0 down last week. They've got back and won 3-2. So we understand that the problems they can cause us. We understand that there is possible problems that we can cause them, because Cheltenham did it to them in the first half.
Your opposite number, Grant McCann, I think he's one of the most experienced managers in this division, whether he's coming as a player. I think he's won promotion a couple of times, and as manager as well. What do you think of him?
Yeah, I think that as a football club, Grant obviously got his move to Hull from Doncaster. He'd been at Peterborough as well beforehand, and he's been able to stay around that area, but it's a fantastic club for him to work at. He played there, so he's got an affinity to them, and he's got an understanding that what the owners want, what the owners want in him, and what he wants, from the football club. So I think it's a perfect fit.
You touched on it there about them going 2-0 down at the break against Cheltenham on Saturday, come back 1-3-2. It just shows you never really write a side like that off, really. No,
you can't, and they've come down from the Championship, and they've strengthened in the summer, and they've lost one of their top players for reportedly 2.5 million. So that's the way that they do their business. They can use that money either to go out and buy players, spend it on wages. It's a fantastic model to have.
You look at some of the players that they've managed to keep hold of as well. I think Johnson, Clark-Harris, Jack Marriott, all Championship players, and it's no surprise that they're going to be up there as one of the favourites to go up this season.
Yeah, of course. Darren Ferguson, over a number of seasons has done very well with them. He's won promotion 3 or 4 times with them, and they're a club that does go from the Championship to League One to back to the Championship. Sometimes they're happy doing that. They'll probably tell me that they're not, but I think that sometimes that can obviously add extra income as well.